Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we'll be discussing Star Wars Theories Vader Episode 2, giving my full review, my full thoughts on it, and excuse me, I have a puppy on my lap, so ignore the pauses. So what did I think of Vader Episode 2? Overall, I was very impressed by it. I had very high expectations for it, and this was the most anticipated I've ever been for a fan film, easily, and it's definitely the best fan film I've ever seen. I have a few critiques about it, but mostly just like so much love. I mean, everyone a part of this project did such a great job. The voice acting, the CGI, the animation, the producing, especially the music. Everybody a part of this film did such an amazing job. So I have a lot of great things to say about it. The CGI and just overall cinematography of this film was just stunning and some of the best I've ever seen from Star Wars. Mace's entrance was absolutely awesome. The lightsabers looked so cool, and the clones looked amazing. The clones just looked like a real movie at that, the opening scene and them flying in. It was so awesome. As I said, that was highly anticipated, and I do have some critiques about it, but I want to say the thing I was most surprised about, that I wasn't expecting to be as good as it was the music. The music was unbelievable. I learned after that he had a live orchestra do it. I don't know if that's true or not. Or I heard someone say that, not him. I don't know if that's true or not. If that is unbelievable. It was so good. It was some of the best music I've ever heard in Disney Star Wars specifically. That crushes almost every Disney project for music. And I mean, as I said, the CGI and the clones felt so nostalgic. It felt like honestly watching like the prequels again with that, with how good the CGI was of the clones specifically. But getting into one of the critiques is, and I followed the production, all right, until like a few years ago. I stopped paying attention to some of the updates because I didn't know when exactly was coming. I didn't know this entire movie was going to be CGI, and I was excited for it, and I was kind of disappointed to see that there wasn't any like real shots, but the CGI was very good, as I said, especially for like the clones. But for the Jedi, it looked a little weird. I think for Mace, you kind of had to do CGI just to make it look like actually Mace Windu. So that was one critique I had about it, that it was purely all CGI. I thought the Jedi faces and the close-ups looked a little weird and a little off. Obviously it's not supposed to look like real life, and that's kind of what I was expecting. But still, the CGI looked amazing. I was just kind of expecting some realer elements to it. Another critique I had, I think Vader's entrance could have been cooler. That was another critique I had on it. I know it's supposed to follow up directly from episode 1. I just still think it could have been a little cooler. But just because it's Vader. Another critique I had was Mace Windu felt a little like Mace Windu is very powerful, but like I've never seen him do that, like stop bullets right in his face. I know that's possible, but like he was like doing it everywhere. I thought he was slightly overpowered, but I mean, that can be explained. Like he got deep into the Force after he survived his attack with, or his fight with Palpatine after he got thrown off by Anakin, cut his arm off. The only other and probably major critique I had in this movie was because the film, like episode 1, was kind of fully setting up the Vader Mace Windu fight, and we never got to see it, which feels a little weird to hype something up and then it not happen in the second one, and now we're gonna have to wait for the third one, which I'm so excited for the third one. I just really wish we saw something. The fight scenes were amazing and unbelievably good, especially with the clones. Dude, that was so cool how the one guy threw his lightsaber into it. I was so awesome. They were so awesome scenes. But I mean, we were all there for the Mace Windu Vader fight, and it didn't happen. That was disappointing to me. I thought that was certainly going to happen. I thought Vader episode 3 was going to be the follow-up to that of some sort. So I'm a little disappointed we didn't get to see that, especially with how hyped up it was. The fight scenes alone, though, in this one were very cool, even though we didn't get to see that. The Jedi were just awesome against the clones. It was a great movie, and honestly, so impressive that a YouTuber can do this. And it shows what a single person can do. It's really inspiring, really cool. I'm happy for Star Wars Theory. Wish him nothing but this best success on it. And I think It was the best fan film I've ever seen. I haven't watched too many fan films, to be honest, but I think it's one of the best fan film. It's the best fan film I've ever seen. CGI, the music is unbelievable. I still can't get over it. I could listen to like a soundtrack of that. That was awesome. 10 out of 10 for the music. Overall, I'd give the fan film an 8, 9 out of 10. Best fan film I've ever seen. I've never been that impressed by a fan film. I knew I was going to be impressed, but like, it was pretty great. Cannot wait for the third one. I hope it won't take as long as the second one took. Very much will be anticipating that. Can't wait for that. Let me know what you guys thought in the comment section below. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.